Hi, I'm Akash from Raffles Institution, and I'm from Singapore, and I'm a debater.
Hi, my name is Emil, and I'm from South Africa in Cape Town, and I'm a debater at Heart of Europe.
My name is Risang, and I'm a national team representative of Team Hong Kong, and I am here as a debater in the Heart of Europe debating tournament.
Greetings everyone, my name is George Yeoman, and I have the pleasure of being the chief adjudicator at this tournament.
My name is Uma Rani, I'm from Singapore. I'm here to adjudicate in the Heart of Europe debate competition.
Hi, my name is Thomas McPennon. I'm from South Africa. I'm part of the DISA delegation, which is the Debating Institute for South Africa. I am one of the coaches.
Hi, my name is Laurencio. I'm here at the Heart of Europe debating competition as a judge.
My name is John Wickham. I'm retired now, but I worked here as a teacher in Gymnasium Hätschin for 10 years, and I was involved at that time in debates, and in fact was responsible for starting the Heart of Europe debate tournament in 2004.
What brought you to debate, and how long are you judging?
I've been debating since I was in grade 7 in middle school, and from there I started doing public speaking and debating, and I got involved, and I got a bit better and better and more involved.
I started debating when I was 10, because in Singapore we have quite a strong debating culture. So in primary school I joined debates, and then in secondary school I continued on to debates, and that's why I'm here, yeah.
I started it in year 7, which is when I was around 12 years old, and I really like the idea of being able to learn more about different perspectives in debating.
I've been debating for about 6 years now. I was actually lucky to wander into a show debate during my first year of high school, and from that, I don't know, I sort of just picked it up as something quite natural. I didn't think much about it. I've been very enthusiastic about it ever since.
This is actually my first year of adjudicating debates, and it's been a good experience so far.
Oh, I've been debating since I was 15 years old, and I'm 68 years old today, so a long time.
I don't know, like my English teacher thought I was a good debater, and there were a lack of debaters at that point. I think I was in grade 8, and so I started, and ever since then I've been hooked.
What other international debate events have you been to apart from Heart of Europe?
Well, while I was working in Czech Republic, I organised the Czech national debating team. So we went to, well, the first one wasn't very exciting. We went to a place called London, but then after that we went to America, and then a wonderful debating tournament in South Africa and in Singapore, and then in Peru, and finally in Calgary in Canada. They were all very, very enjoyable tournaments. And as well as that, I've taken Czech teams to Slovenia for tournaments, and also for the European Championships in Stuttgart in Germany.
I indeed have been to other international debate events. I spoke at Worlds in Qatar for South Africa, and just earlier this year I attended the Eurasian Debating Championships in Istanbul.
This is my first international competition.
Yeah, I've been to other international debates, both as a debater and as a judge. I think my first international competition came in my 3rd year of high school. I was quite lucky to have great teammates each and every time.
Many in different countries, in different kinds of format. In most of the countries, the former Yugoslavia, I judge at the World Championships.
What about your team? How do you call yourselves, and how did you come up with that name?
Our team name is the Raffles Knights. We came up with it because with this idea that of knights in shining armor, so we came up with Raffles Knights, yeah.
Well, my team is really nice. I'm with another guy called Josh and another boy called Julian. The team is DISA, stands for Debating Institute of South Africa, and we were just like the second team for instead of D.
Our name is Hong Kong Team too. It's very generic, but yeah, we didn't expect ourselves to name ourselves like a lot of the other teams in this tournament, because we've heard the Blonde Elves and many other really interesting names.
How do you feel about your performances on this tournament?
I'm very happy with my performances. I've learned a lot from the other debaters, and from the certain debates, I think that being able to go against very strong teams, it helped me develop myself as a debater in terms of style, structure and content. And I've also been able to learn a lot about these other countries who come in, because I'm from an Asian country, I'm Malaysian, and representing Team Hong Kong, learning so much about other people's cultures and their values. Because this is a European tournament, I find it a bit, sometimes a bit challenging, because you're against all Europeans, and necessarily Hong Kong and Singapore are the only Asian countries here, and I feel sometimes it's pressurizing, but then again you learn more about other people, and that's what's most important.
Not exactly too sure. I think I probably could have done better.
We've done pretty well. We've faced really good teams from all over Europe and all over the rest of the world. But I'm quite happy that we have made it all the way to the octafinals, and right now we are hoping for a place in semi-finals.
What do you think about other participants? Have you made some friends here?
No, obviously we've made some friends. Everyone's really friendly in Europe, from Czech Republic, Romania, all these countries. They're all very nice people, and they're all very interested in knowing more about Asian people and Asian culture.
Well, not as much as I would like to, because in debating it's very hard for us to make friends, because you're always in debates, you're prepping, and then this tournament it's one after the other. It's the debate after the other, and then it's lunch. So you're mostly confined within your group. But I did meet quite a couple of really interesting people.
Yes, I've made a lot of friends. The other participants are amazing. Like, it's really nice to meet and integrate with people from all over the world that are interested in the same current affairs issues that actually affect the world all over. It's really, really nice.
What do you think about this year's Heart of Europe?
We didn't participate last year. This is actually our first year, but I'm rather impressed with the way the competition has been organized. I'm rather impressed with the teams, and I think it's a pretty good competition.
I'm very happy. I really had very little to do with organising it, but I came in as honorary chief judge alongside George, and I've been associated with the tournament, and of course because I was involved in it for 8 years previously, I've been very happy to take part.
Debates were quite high level, especially since it was branded as a competition in preparation for the WSDC. I think it definitely delivered on that. The quality of the judge, I was definitely impressed by the teams from Southeast Asia and for instance South African teams as well, but not to discount the European teams, which I think are definitely on the rise.
I think this tournament has a huge growth potential in what it does for the speakers, and it's also the adjudicators, and how it's not as severe an environment as other tournaments which I've encountered, such as Worlds, but rather it encourages the growth aspect of the speakers and through crit and working with the adjudicators and adjudicators working with each other. The main thing that I've really liked about Heart of Europe is the fact that they've been willing to approach new ideas and have not been afraid to change how things work in the rest of debating and see if it might work better if you do something different. I don't see why we should have to stick to any norm unless that norm really is the best, and the only way we can know that is if we try something else.
I must say that it's of very high quality. We had this very interesting idea of judging in panels, where they actually had a very experienced adjudicator with two less experienced ones, and I think as a less experienced adjudicator, I learned a lot from the most experienced adjudicator in the panel. So I'm going away with many lessons on how to adjudicate effectively.
Well, as the chief adjudicator, you don't get the chance too much to judge many of them, because you have to make sure everybody's there and so forth. I have judged one debate, and it was of a very high standard. It actually was a debate with the Czech Republic national team, and it was an excellent debate, a really excellent debate. Yeah.
And what is your impression of Czech Republic and Olomouc?
Everybody's been very helpful to me. Trams run on time and very often, and I'm really quite impressed with it. Yes, very nice place.
Prague and the Czech Republic itself is just really, really beautiful. It's an amazing city. Olomouc is really, really beautiful as well. The museums and the cultural history and stuff. It's just it's out of this world. I really, really enjoyed it.
Just a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. green leaves and green trees and beautiful buildings.
Well, I came to Czech Republic through Prague, and I thought that Prague was really pretty. But then the train ride here, everything's really calm, really smooth, really enjoyable. And Olomouc is a very nice town in comparison to Asian cities. Asian cities are always packed, and Olomouc is something that's different for me as a debater.
What surprised me, right, is that it's such a quaint place. Like in Asia, right, you have all this pollution and all these cars going. But in Europe, it's also quiet. Like even when we were on the way from Prague to Olomouc here, it's also nice and so soft, and all the landscapes and beauty. That was a very interesting thing about.
I love Olomouc and the Czech Republic too. I think it's been a wonderful experience. Olomouc is completely different from Singapore. It's a quaint little city and very charming buildings, and the architecture is amazing, and I like how everything is structured so nicely, and the people are very friendly, and I especially love how green this is.
I'm not sure I spent quite enough time to form an opinion, but it's definitely a very pleasant place. I was surprised with the amount of stuff there is to do in Olomouc, since it's relatively small town or city. For 100,000 inhabitants, I must tell you that there's a lot going on.
And can you imagine living here?
Yeah, I haven't considered it that way. I'm quite happy at home, but were I born here, I definitely wouldn't mind it.
I can't imagine living here because I think that the bustling nature of a city is more important. But I'd rather live in other countries in Europe, like maybe London, maybe cities like London. But Prague's a very nice, quaint place, but not my type.
I don't know if I can live here for extended periods of time, but I'm sure as a tourist, I would definitely enjoy my stay here. It's really, if I want to recuperate, this is the place I would come to.
When I was younger, yes. Yes, it was. It seems a very nice place. Seems to have everything, but not too big, which is nice.
I'm a city girl. Hong Kong's essentially a city. I don't know whether I'll be able to develop this passion for countryside, but so far, life has been good here for the last few days.
I don't know, if I had to live somewhere other than South Africa, then probably.
Yes, funnily enough, myself and the fellow adjudicator were in fact having that conversation. It would be interesting to know the prices of a flat in Olomouc. I did in fact look at the prices of a Skoda this morning, which was quite enjoyable. But yes, no, this is a very nice place to live, I think.
So are you planning to return in next years?
If I can get a team together, then I most definitely will try and come back next year. It all depends on whether or not there are enough people around to make it worthwhile. But most definitely I would like to come back.
Definitely, should my schedule allow it, I'll definitely try to fit in the Heart of Europe competitions. It's already my second and my first one as a judge.
Definitely. It's very good exposure for Singaporean teams. Not only that, I think it's very good for me as an adjudicator as well, because I see the kind of standard that is out there in the rest of, actually in other countries, and I know what we have to do to improve ourselves.